We're moving on to adverbs. Now, we've already talked about adjectives. What do they describe? That's right, nouns and pronouns. But adverbs describe verbs. They also can describe other adjectives or other adverbs. So let's look in that blue box. It doesn't have a page number because it's the beginning of a unit, but it's page 183. Adverbs are words that tell us how, when, where. So if we see that first sentence, she spoke softly. How did she speak? In that case, the adverb softly is describing the verb spoke. Next sentence says, the horse is very big. We use very a lot. Very, in that case, is an adverb describing the adjective big. How big? Very big. He talks too fast. Well, in that case, both too and fast are adverbs. How does he talk? Fast. How fast? Too fast. Another word that you're going to hear a lot instead of fast when you're using it that way is quickly. But either way, too tells us how fast he spoke. Too fast. In that case, it's describing an adjective. But the fact of the matter is, the one you're going to use the most is an adverb describing a verb, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now look down at that bottom, walk, eat, and read. So how do they walk? Slowly, quickly, fast, carefully. How do they eat? Neatly, messily, politely, hurriedly. How do they read? Well, fast, poorly, haltingly. What do you hear in a lot of those words, and most of those words? The ly at the end. And that's because many adverbs end in ly. So anytime you see an ly word, you want to check to see if it's describing a verb, because most of the time they probably are. Down at the bottom it says, my neighbor is friendly, my neighbor works skillfully. In that case, friendly is it describing the is, or is it describing neighbor? It's describing neighbor, so in that case it's an adjective. But skillfully, my neighbor works skillfully, it's describing works. So you do want to check. A big clue there is that word is. Remember, that's a state of being verb. And so if it's a noun is something, and that something ends in an ly, it doesn't matter. It's still an adjective. Don't let that fool you. But if there's no state of being verb, if there's just a verb and that ly word tells you something about the verb, then it's an adverb. Okay, let's think of some adverbs. How could you sing? How about loudly? How about beautifully? How about swiftly? I can't hear you. Sing audibly. All of those are adverbs describing the verb sing. How could you skip down the road? He skipped happily down the road. He skipped merrily down the road. She skipped clumsily down the road. All of those are adverbs describing the verb. And that is your lesson for today.